Hey guys, what's up? It's Breton, and today we are going to be reviewing the GAN Megaminx M. So, the GAN company was always known for making lots of great high quality 3x3s. They were always known as being a very premium, high quality brand. So, obviously, there's a lot of hype surrounding this puzzle, and this was actually their first non N by N release. So, there were a lot of people curious to see what this was going to be like. As for the unboxing experience, it comes in a really big white GAN box, and it comes with two sets of GES nuts, a solving tutorial, and a black bag. And it also comes with what is definitely the coolest carrying case and protective case I've ever seen for a cube. One of the first things that's quite noticeable about this cube is the grip system. It has just these little tiny concave indentations on the corner pieces, which effectively provide the grip for this cube. It doesn't provide as much grip as some other Megaminxes. The YJ-Yuhu V2M has a circular pattern, the Chi cubes have a sculpted design, but this still works much better than a plain flat Megaminx. It also has a frosted surface, but like most frosted cubes, this does get glossy over time just from using it. The size is smaller than most. The edge length is only 30 millimeters. It has wider and more proportional edges, whereas on most Megaminxes, it's very thin at the tip of the edge, and the corner pieces are quite wide. So it's nice to see that this one has more proportional layers, because the wider edge pieces makes spotting pieces and recognition on the cube much easier. The indentations also make it so that there's not a big pronounced ridge, which means that there's less shadows and distracting stuff when you're looking around the cube, so you can very easily see what you're looking for. I have no complaints about the stickerless shades. They look vibrant and very nice. The magnet strength is perfectly fine for me. I feel like the GES system was well implemented into this puzzle. I feel like this puzzle can be set up to accommodate a wide variety of preferences, and because of that, the GES are important to be able to fine-tune it to what you like. That being said, I don't think that GAN thought out the GES very well, because in their 3x3s, when you tighten the GES to be flush with the metal rod, that's usually a pretty usable and good tension. Whereas on this cube, when it is flush with the top of the metal rod, which is actually the default setting, it is insanely loose. So I actually had to tighten mine by 7 half turns, which is ridiculous. Like, you shouldn't need to have to do that. And what that did was it exposed the portion of the metal rod, so it stuck up. And what that did is it created a very thin rod that was poking up, and that actually ended up causing damage to my cube. What it did is that thin bit of metal that was poking up ended up pushing against the center cap somehow. And on my gray center cap, I actually have a punctured bump that's coming out of the center cap, and a white mark from all the stress put on the plastic, and it's a little bit bent. So that's not really good. I've contacted GAN to see if I can get a replacement part, but that's not very promising, especially seeing as I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was simply making it usable. As for turning and performance, the corner cutting is great like all GAN cubes. I haven't had any corner twists ever since I set it up. It corner twisted like crazy when I first got it, but that was because it was super loose. The turning feel is quite smooth, but a little bit bumpy. And all of this was really great after I set it up with some heavy silicone lube on the core, some lighter silicone lube on the tracks, along with some Angstrom Compound 10 and some DNM. I have a full video of me setting this up that I will link in the description. The sound is interesting because it has a very high-pitched and a little bit scratchy sound, and you can even just hear right now the difference between this and other GAN cubes. And you can even hear the difference between this Megaminx and other Megaminxes. quite a noticeable difference. In summary, this cube, it is my main, and I truly believe that it is one of the best on the market. I wouldn't recommend getting it if you're not really serious about Megaminx, because it is quite expensive and it wouldn't be worth the price unless you're serious about Megaminx. Something like the Galaxy, the Aohun, or even the Yahoo V2M are great options that you can get quite fast with if you're not super serious about Megaminx. I would recommend that you get it if you want to have a great Megaminx and you are serious about Megaminx. And overall, I think it definitely lived up to the hype that was set. So overall, I really like the GAN Megaminx, and I think you will too if you get a chance to try it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.